What's up, guys? It's Chris Moulton, Andrew Martin. It's the Union Report.
And Oz and Dan from the Drop-In.
Yes.
What's up, fellas?
It's like when Avengers assemble, I think. Finally, we come together. And we just want to talk about, I think, number one, the Sirens. How excited are you guys for that?
No, I'm super excited. Yeah, we've had a really good, women's soccer community in this area for a while, and to see it come together in the Sirens is super cool. And to see how they started is awesome as well. They came out pretty good.
As a former soccer coach on the peninsula and girl dad, I've been really excited about women's soccer for a long time. Watching the advent of women's professional soccer in the United States for so long, following women's sports for so long, coaching women's soccer, watching MBFC get started, and having a women's team so close to home has just been a phenomenal experience to see. And having I watched a lot of CSUMB women's soccer as well. So I mean, just having it right here in our backyard has just been a phenomenal thing to watch happen. And and knowing Coach Laura and Coach Christian and seeing all of that develop right here has just been really a neat experience. So yeah, really excited to see this come to fruition.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too. And, the first game here, I think they drew 2,200 was the official attendance.
Yep.
I'm really curious to see how that can build out over the remaining games. What do you guys think that we're going to be seeing in terms of attendance over those, especially how well the team has been playing?
I think, well, first of all, having this last game be a win, that was a phenomenal start for, to get the ball rolling. This next game is going to be really important for them, given that it's the doubleheader with the men's team.
Yes.
That means, we talked about it on the drop-in last week, to have a 2,100 attendance, basically a sellout for that first game.
Yep.
But it was the S side, and my aunt who watches our show from North Dakota, she said she was watching on the stream, and the commentators were talking about this carnival atmosphere, but the cameras were facing the end side and it was empty. She was just like, wait a minute, I'm confused. I don't see any fans, but they were all on our side.
Right.
I'm looking at you guys, I'm looking at everybody who's watching. If you don't have a ticket to the Sirens game on Saturday, get a men's ticket, get a women's ticket, get here. Get to Cardinale Stadium. Let's fill the stadium. Let's show our ladies that we're behind them, and then stay for the rest of it. Get a ticket and come to both games. And I think to show our community, show both of these teams that this community is behind local professional soccer, and we just need to rock this place. I think that's the impetus to show both of our teams that this community is behind them.
I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. And shameless plug, one Ivan's baked potato will hold you over for both matches, I think. So
if it's not Ivan's, it's not a baked potato. That's just the end of it.
Yeah, they're the best.
Secret tip, ask them to mix it for you. Put the meat in, mix it. There you go.
Nice.
Insider tip.
From two guys that was their payment for doing the press box stuff for MBFC 2. Secret tip.
I think as they look across the panel here, they see that we have not foregone many potatoes.
I like me a potato from Ivan's. You betcha.
So how's things going with you guys on the drop-in? We see you guys are just blowing up on YouTube. You guys are having amazing content. Can you just walk us through that?
Yeah, it's been fun. Just slow steps. Towards. We started at XL, and I had the recording studio. At first, we didn't really use it because we were out there in public. But it's like no. But as the show ages, you got to add things, and I don't know, things just go up. And yeah, we loved doing the Instagram live. That was super cool, but it had its limitations. So we knew we had to figure out a way. Again, to me, the commentary. our comment section is so much fun. It's not always about soccer, but it's just so much fun. But because how Instagram is set up, it would go away. You know, like once you upload the video and so we're like sitting there reading comments. We're like, and then you're watching the replay. And you're like, what are they laughing? What are they talking about?
When the whole goose thing took off, if
really,
nobody knows what the goose thing was, when the goose thing took off in our comment section on Instagram, and then it went away, nobody knew what we were talking about. I started doing some YouTube videos, some podcasts with some Newcastle fans over in England, and I became more familiar with the YouTube platform. We started using more. I became more proficient in that platform. So I said to Oz, I think we can make the jump now. I think we can go from Instagram to YouTube, and we can do that. I think the hardest thing for us has been the learning curve. We still want to reach out to our Instagram audience, but because of the single camera aspect of it, we've gone landscape on YouTube, but Instagram is still portrait. So we can go zoom way out, but then on YouTube, it looks like we're 1,000 feet away, but that's the only way we can make us look good on Instagram. But if we look good on YouTube, then you only see 2 of our shoulders on Instagram. So we're still learning that part of it, but at least the comment section on YouTube stays, and people can then read up on that. We still appreciate our Instagram audience, and I bought an extra screen now so I can follow along there. So we're still addressing that comment section, but unfortunately it goes away as soon as the program's over. So we are making strides to grow that YouTube audience. I don't know if the Instagram platform part of our show will ever go away. We are delicately pointing our Instagram audience to YouTube, saying, come find us over there, because you can read the comment section over there. So
but there's always the people that are like, but on Instagram it's just 1 click. And I'm there. On YouTube it's 3 clicks. It's just like, oh my God.
Well, and there's some people who, and I'm not obviously not advocating for anybody to listen and drive at the same time, but there are people who have their phones connected in the car and they're listening to Instagram live while they're driving home from whatever they're doing, and they can listen. They're not interacting, but they're listening to it. It's harder to do that on YouTube because, like Oz says, you're clicking to go find it. So it's baby steps. As Olivia Dean says, baby steps. So we're getting there.
Yeah. Well, Chris and I, since we've been doing this, we really appreciate the community aspect that the team, or now teams, bring, and we know that you two gentlemen are super community oriented as well. How do you see the Sirens and MBFC kind of dovetailing and continuing to, unite the community and build a base here?
I mean, to me, because the connection with Salinas Cosmos is, just, it was huge, because. That shows that they're, trying to incorporate, because the Cosmos had so much success, and to see that they seem to be kind of allowing them also. The Cosmos didn't become Sirens too, They're kind of like letting them do their thing, but there is a connection, and like I said, I don't know, to me, it makes the CSUMB program that much more attractive. If I am a high level athlete and I'm looking at college programs, this one kind of stands out because in the summer now I have the opportunity to play for the Sirens, who are playing at a high level, so it just makes this place even more attractive, makes it more of a soccer area, which it already naturally is. And I don't know, I think it's such a cool fit. It's such a cool fit, and I'm excited to see how they can keep coordinating. I don't know. But anyway, go ahead.
And to dovetail into what Oz just said, I appreciate the introduction of the Sirens program. I love how we now have both aspects of our community covered there. We've got the professional aspect for the men's program. We've got the Sirens program for our women's programs. I hate that we've lost the MBFC 2 program, in gaining the Sirens program. I like that there's now
The U20.
Well, yeah, there's the U20 program. There's more emphasis on that now. But at the same time, like Oz said, you know, if you're a high performing high school student or a junior college kid or a college kid, there was that MBFC2 aspect. You know, again, Miggy Guerrero, Pierce Galloway, Anthony Orendine, you know, those guys that we saw play for MBFC2, those guys were local college kids that here was a program that they could, you know, if they were good enough, they were selected for, and then they signed professional contracts. We're hoping that U20 program that we've now got will also see those benefits. Also, you know, we'll see some graduation from that U20 program become professional contracts as well. But, you know, it was fun having that MBFC2 program and being as personally connected as Oz and I were to be able to call those games and watch those games and learn those guys. You know, we had personal relationships with those guys because we got to hang out with them after games and talk to them because there was nobody else in the stadium. We were there. So, you know, we got to see Pierce Galloway right there from the beginning before he signed his contract. You know, I love that we've got, with the introduction of the Sirens and that, like using that word dovetail, Andrew, the fact that we've got both aspects of our community now covered, and we're seeing the youth come up. Will there be a women's under 20 program sometime down the line, you know, where we start to see all of that?
A U20 podcast program?
U20 podcast program. Well, why not? No, but I mean, we're going to see. Oz and I have been talking about a pipeline, you know, from the beginning. You know, for the last 5 years, we've talked about, you know, if you're a great student athlete at the elementary school level and that progresses to the high school level and then to the junior college level or the college level, you can start seeing those stepping stones to the professional level. That's right. You know, and some of these kids, you know, we've seen kids that have gone from high school and gone straight from high school to USL, and some of these kids have gone from USL straight to Europe, you know, and bypassed college altogether. So we're seeing that right in our backyards, and for me as a lifelong soccer fan, that's just incredibly exciting. You know, I love the fact that some of these kids that I saw, like I said, living on the peninsula for 30 years, and I coached a lot of kids, you know, 15 years ago. But watching some of those kids grow up and become soccer players.
Absolutely.
Watching Pierce Galloway, I knew Pierce Galloway when he was a youngster.
You changed his diapers.
No, that I didn't do. That I did not do. But I knew because he was friends with other friends of ours.
Right.
But watching him grow up, and then he was not in my life for a long time. And then all of a sudden he was on MBFC2, and I said, wait a minute, I know him.
Exactly.
You know? But watching him become a professional athlete was mind-boggling to me. Getting that again on this peninsula.
With
if
the
you
Sirens,
go and watch high school soccer, if you come here and watch CSUMB soccer, you know, seeing a kid like Mason Ward play for CSUMB, if he all of a sudden pops up on a USL team, you know, he's playing right now, in Ventura? Isn't that where he's? Yeah, he was playing for a USL two team last summer. So watching these kids that we get to watch here blossom into professional play, that's just exciting stuff. Just watching them at the ground level and then watch them explode and take off into the stratosphere is just something that you just get really excited about. And
100%.
As a soccer fan, that's just great.
I'm saying let's wear out the turf here at Cardinale Stadium. We got, you know, U20s on a Tuesday, ladies Wednesday. We'll have the Dose back, and they'll play on Thursdays, and CSUMB on Friday, the first team on Saturday. And
to borrow a catchphrase from a well-known Apple TV program, for me, football is life.
There you go.
So,
and that same guy.
There you go. He's there. He's here. He's there. He's everywhere. So just to have that aspect, and we're seeing it right here in our backyards. I mean, guys, we live minutes from here, and to have this right here, I'm looking out there at the audience. You have this jewel in your backyard. Take advantage of it. Get here on Saturday nights. Be here. Be part of this community and watch this thing grow. You don't have to drive an hour to San Jose. You've got professional soccer right here in your backyard.
Really good professional
soccer.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we don't want to understate the impact that the drop-in has had on growing Monterey Bay FC. We feel the same. Like, we just want sustainability for Monterey Bay FC. We want to be here for, like little like Dan the Third, when he shows up, right? Like, that's what I want for my own kids and my grandkids, and we love and appreciate everything that you guys have been doing to kind of perpetuate everything Monterey Bay FC is and the community that we're growing. So we appreciate you guys, and it's a Sirens Media Day. We don't want to take up all your time because there's players to interview, but thank you, Dan. Thank you, Oz, for joining us.
Yes.
And Andrew, any last parting words?
No, come out for the Sirens, come out for the men's team. You're not going to regret it, truly. It's a great experience. If you're not already doing it, follow these guys on YouTube, Instagram. The Drop-In 831 is the official name on YouTube, I believe.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
And I've never been able to tag anyone in any of our videos because I didn't know anyone. But whatever that feature does, I think it will lead you to the drop-in. I hope is my thought.
The Drop-In 831 is available. Is an Instagram page. It just we can't do anything. We can't live from it because we don't have 1,000 followers on it.
Yeah.
Superfan Dan has 1,000 followers, so that's why we do our Instagram from there. We used to be able to do it from Fuerza until Meta put that
Same
limit
with
on that.
us.
So
Yeah, same with that.
as soon as they put that limit on there, we couldn't do it. So if Superfan
Champions League final also.
Yeah.
Saturday at 9.
Champions League
That's
final
true.
at 9 o'clock on Saturday.
Saturday.
all right, who we taking? I got Arsenal.
No, I can't.
I think Arsenal can take PSG. I do. I think that.
None, as the French would say.
I'm just
Lot of boots
for me on Saturday. I'm just glad the Premier League season is over. Let the summer start, and it's going to be a busy summer with the World Cup.
Yeah.
It's going to be a busy
it's
summer.
not going to end. It's so cool because right when the World Cup's done, the whole
Then the season starts again.
Yeah,
Preseason starts. It's going to be football is life.
There you go.
We have football summer coming.
So thanks guys. It was great to see you here today at Sirens Media Day, and we look forward to seeing
the new garden.
seeing some soccer here later today, and we'll see you guys on Saturday. We'll double header again.
Yeah.
Double header on Saturday.
Long day.
3 p.m. Sirens game, 7 p.m. at Monterey Bay men's game. Get a ticket. Stay for both games. Let's have some fun. Let's go Sirens. Let's go Union. Boom. Done. Get there. And have some Ivans too.
Yeah.